Hey everyone! So this video is coming a little bit quicker than the last one, especially because Leviathan is technically pretty easy to do, doesn't have any big troublesome abilities. So yeah, this is the team. Let's first talk about what can change from this team. And the answer is there's just two spots that are actually interchangeable. So first of all, Noctis, of course. If you don't have Noctis, you can swap him out for, say, Edgar. That also works quite well. If you don't have Lassgen, you can use Venera, for example. She's pretty decent for this, especially with her 90% defense break, but she deals considerably less damage. You could also make a case for Exter and Cleome if you want to. But if you're using them, I'd probably go for a dark team, to be honest. Or I don't know. But yeah, those are some alternatives that you can use. Other than that, you need Ferris, you need Bards, you especially need Dark Knight Lunaf. Because Dark Knight Lunaf has a 200% aquatic killer on his base LB. It is one turn though, so you need to steal it with Xon, but that's why he's on the team. Alright, so let's go through the team and the gear. Mastermind Zorn is technically built for some damage, as you can see. But he also needs to survive the attacks, so he needs a lot of resistances. He needs 160, I believe, to water and no, to wind and water, right? After buffs, which means we don't have that much damage on him. Next up, Bards, base form. He's our Dispel guy, so I gave him Equip Staff, I gave him Dual Cast and Judgment Staff for Dispel. He's gonna Dispel the team, he's got a lot of off turns. Other than that, the Brave Shift is where it's at for him. He's got some decent gear over here. He's at 50% Aquatic Killer. I don't have that much, as you can see. Yeah, Aquatic Killers. The rarest type in all FFBE. And that's about it. Next up is Dark Knight Lunaf. He is passive provoke evading. And yeah, that's all about it. He's also on 10,000 needles. We're gonna need that for the Dispel turn, because we cannot buff wind resistance otherwise. We don't have 3 actions for that. And his Brave Shift is geared towards LB damage, as you can see. I sadly don't have a third copy of Ultima Blade at +4. I can technically get it. I just am too lazy. And I don't think it will do very, very much. It will obviously increase my score. Maybe I get to 3 billion before I do that. It is a 2.9x billion cap or score that I got here, but maybe this would push me to 3 billion, but oh well. These are the abilities. This vision card. Yeah, that's about it. Next up, Noctis, the star of the show, obviously. This is this gear for the base form. Doesn't really matter. We stay in the Brave Shift most of the time. Own vision card. Just make sure to have enough resistances. And this is the Brave Shift, barely above 0 wind resistance, but as long as it's more than 0 or equal to 0, it's good enough. And this is the gear. Now I haven't mathed out whether Grand Star is actually worth it over, say, Red 13s, STMR, or another pair of Warlord leg guards. I just winged it. He's got most of the available Aquan killer gear too. I don't. What I hate the most is that I don't have the 3-star Ferris Trustmaster side dress protection, which is another 50% aquatic killer. So I could have 35% more, and 35% more would mean, where is it? We'd be at 245 aquatic killer, which is probably the highest you can get at the time. At right now, so it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, that's his gear. Pretty good, pretty good. And we've got Lassgen, base form, LB fill, shift form, all LB damage obviously, with Aquatic Killer and GF extension. I ran out of Aquatic Killer other than Aquan Killer, so I gave him a GF extension. We've come to that point already. And he's at 125 Aquatic, 300 LB damage. And lastly, there is Ferris with the usual gear. I still don't have a second copy of her, which makes me sad. But it is what it is, and the rest should look very familiar to you. And the Brave Shift doesn't really matter. All she needs is the resistances, and she's going to break the boss for us. That's the team. And yeah, enjoy the kill. Alright, let's do this. The boss actually isn't that hard. The only thing you need to keep track of is his HP, or else he's gonna buff himself up with some nasty stuff, and we don't want nasty stuff. So let's have Noctis Rallying Cry. Bards is going to triple. Blade of Pursuit on Xon. Winds of Pursuit for the 100% wind resistance. And Job level 2. Dark Knight Lunaf, Spirit's Bane Blade. Ferris is going to... Let's actually wait a second here. Okay. Ferris is going to triple Saldrias, Pirates, and last one doesn't matter. Lassgen is just going to, where is it? Water Guard. Meanwhile, Xon will Elemental on himself, Critical on Ferris, and Mystical. So we got the buffs stored on Xon, we got the 300 attack and magic stored on Xon, and the wind imbue on Xon. So we are already pretty good. Okay, turn 2. Bards is going to triple level 3 job. Fragments. Last one doesn't matter, to be honest. Which is why I'm just gonna press level 3 job again. We want to deal the least amount of damage possible. Lunaf LB, so he gains a 1 turn Aquatic Killer, 200%. Which Xon happily steals. He elements himself, he criticals himself, and he criticals Lunaf. Ferris doesn't need to do anything. Lassgen doesn't need to do anything. And Noctis can just Rallying Cry. Okay. Turn 3. From here on out, Noctis has something to do. Turn 3. Sword in Peril. Let's refresh Water Guard. Ferris still guards. Lunaf, 10,000 needles. He doesn't have anything else to do right now. Job mastered on Bards. We are also going to... No. We are going to Blades of Legends instead. For a further mod boost. We are skipping Xon this turn. I believe everything is good. Wind, resistance, boosts, all good. Yep. So we can skip a turn on Xon. Alright, we are imperiled, but that's fine. First of all, Xon, get out of here. Noctis is brave shifting. He is going to Return of Dawn. No. Warblight, Return of Dawn, Arm Rigger, Cobalt Blade Noctis. And make sure to do this in this very order, because you don't want the attack buff, you don't want the light imperil before you warp light. So the wrong order is the correct order. Let's have, but first of all, we will have Bard's Dispellers. So Dark and Dispelga, right, so W. So let's have Bards do that. Alrighty. Let's have Noctis attack now. Perfect. Ferris, let's wait with Ferris though. Bar Watergar. And Dark Knight Lunaf, 10,000 needles for the team. So we can dodge at least one wind physical attack. And Ferris is now going to 85 break the boss. Okay, now we go. Excellent. We actually needed that 10,000 needle stack. Alright, turn 5. Noctis can now safely use all his modifiers. Lassgen doesn't really have anything to do right now. Ferris is going to get ready. Saldrias, Pirates, and Blade of Courage. Dark Knight Lunaf will just 10,000 needles again. Bards is going to Blue Mage Wind, White Wind, Dual Spellblade, and Job Mastered. So everyone's got the 100% wind buff again. Let's do all of them here. And last gen, we can just guard, or let's refresh Bar Watergar. Mastermind Zorn is going to refresh all the buffs though. Critical, Elemental Mirror on self, plus Mystical Mirror, so he is safe from everything. There we go. Easy peasy. Boss has no buffs, excellent. Okay, Ferris shifts back to the base and uses Arrow Cannon. And make sure to use Arrow Cannon first. I made a mistake previously that I used this after amplifying, and she dealt a little bit too much damage for my liking. And this way we will stay above 90%, which is great. Okay, Lunaf is going to Spirit's Bane Blade for the LB boost. Last gen is going to complete Awakening. Bards is going to Brave Shift now. Triple. Raging Winds, Blessed Wind Crystal, and Courage to face adversity. And Noctis is going to Warp Strike after Xon projected. There we go. And off you go, Noctis. Boss has no buffs, all is good, wind, light, excellent. I mean, technically I should get some dark damage, right? Oh no! No, it's fine, it's non-elemental, never mind. So, Lunaf shift and LB, Ferris LB, last gen shift and LB, Noctis lands, Bard's double Wind's Wake and a Brave Blade, so AR, Absolute Mirror, and Xon does the same, double AR and Absolute Mirror. And as per usual, we will start off with Ferris. Once the amplification field is up, we will start the chain and land our DPS. And, well, we are going to wait out the limit burst CG. So bear with me for a second. So let's start off Ferris. Hello, Ferris. There we go. We will have to sit through this. Excuse me. But this is what it is. I need this for the timing. And it also looks awesome. Alright. Let's go. I think I messed this one up. Let's see. Maybe it works. And if it doesn't, I'll just reset. Oh, I increased my score. Cool. Okay, so 2.9 billion. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. I guess 3 billion is in my grasp once I EX+3 Noctis on first day. But so far, so good. Thank you all for watching. I hope this was helpful. And best of luck to your attempts. We'll see each other first day for my Lunafreya pulls. I'm going deep. I want at least 2 Lunafreyas, so that's going to be fun, won't it? Anyways, bye-bye.